1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello and welcome to Dopey, the podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. And I'm Dave. And this is kind of behind the dope, plus a check-in with a Dopey legend and longtime listener and one of the first Toodles for Chris scholarship recipients. Her name is Charlotte. She went to Turnbridge. Welcome back to the show, Charlotte.
Hi, nice to see you.
Isn't it nice to see each other the first time? It's nice.
It's so nice. Yeah, it feels like we've known each other for a long time. So having a quasi face-to-face meeting feels new.
It is, right? I remember, Charlotte, we had gotten you the scholarship to Turnbridge, and you were like flying. You were flying to Connecticut from Texas. Where were you flying from?
Yeah, from Texas.
And like the plane landed somewhere, and like there was a snowstorm, and they put you in a motel room, right? What was the story?
So they did some kind of emergency landing in Florida, and then I had to get on a different plane to Connecticut and Hartford, and then it was too late for someone to come get me, so I was just in a motel overnight.
I remember I was like terrified you were going to relapse in the motel and smoke meth, and God knows what could have happened on the night before the scholarship. And also I remember I was working for Katz's. We were in Philadelphia doing a carving event, driving back through New Jersey when I called you, and I was like, "Don't do anything stupid, Charlotte." And you were like, "I won't." And that was before.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about doing something dumb like, oh, it's my last night, I should go drink or something, but I had already kind of tapered, in my mind what tapering was, off of alcohol, and it just seemed like such an effort to like go somewhere and do something, and I was trying to like really honor the opportunity in front of me, so I just stayed put.
Well, you did a good job, and here we are. How much time you have?
2 years. 2 years on the 20.
2 years on March 25th?
No, 2 years on February 21st.
Right. So you've got 2 years plus. So you just celebrated 2 years. And how are you doing? This is the big Dopey check-in.
I'm doing well. I was just looking through my phone today, and I'll send you a picture of my check-in. It looks so wild. Like I look crazy. Not check-in, from when I checked into Turnbridge. It's like night and day. I'm still staying put, so I'm in the Turnbridge sober house now, which is called Thrive. And I'm doing, like, my life is definitely so different. I'm definitely a lot happier, and I'm working a normal job, so that makes my mom happy. Not
Nice.
Manufacturing steroids or doing some weird side hustle. So yeah, like I have a normal life now, and that's great.
You're not selling steroids. Are you doing any steroids?
No, so I never really did any steroids.
You were a crazy gym person though, right?
Yeah, well, I wasn't then though. I was just like a crazy malt liquor person then, like just a regular white trash person. But I wasn't going to do the steroids because I knew the kind of people who made them, me, and they were shady as fuck. So I was not going to take those,
Yes.
But I did weird stuff. Like I took tanning injections. I told you about that, right? And then I had all these like cancerous moles start growing, and I took I tried to like do damage control with all my drinking. So I was taking like weird injectable like horse drugs like B12 and glutathione, like not steroids exactly, but I was still trying to like play pharmacist with my health.
Was that in the last 2 years?
No, that was before I got here.
So none of that. The tanning shit was in sobriety or not in sobriety?
That was all before. That was all before I got here. I don't do any weird stuff like that.
So what's the bet? Like, how consistent are you in your program? What's your program like? We'll start with that. We'll start with the good stuff.
So my program is okay. I go to meetings like once or twice a week, but I'm like, it's 2 years and I'm stuck on my fourth step.
Oh God.
I part where it's like I'm stuck on the like the sexual inventory and what I did to hurt other people,
So
which
why are
is
you stuck on that?
I don't know. I just don't like doing it.
Just do it. I don't think I think I did my fourth step in my second year, or maybe even my third year. But all you have to do is start doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just take out a piece of paper and start writing it down. And then when you're done, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, but what, like, are you, don't, you can interrupt me whenever you want. Are you afraid? Are you ashamed? Like, what's blocking you? Are you just procrastinating?
I don't like cognitively know. I don't have like awareness of what it is. I just don't like to write. Like I don't like to sit down and write it out. And then I think that's my issue, but then I'll be like, okay, well, I'll type it out and I'll start typing on my phone and I'll be like, I don't like this either. And and I never really identify what the block is except that like it's uncomfortable. And yeah, I really want to get it done though because I'd like to move out of here this summer, and I don't want to. I'd like to make some headway in my program before that.
Well, check it out. It's like, the funny thing is, all you have to do is do it. You know what I mean? It's like, you've told some fucked up stories on Dopey. I'm sure you've told a million people a lot of the things. I'm sure you trust your sponsor. You just need to like push yourself. Like, and it's not, I don't think it's like a lot of people do their fourth and fifth step and they're like totally transformed. I didn't have that experience. I did my fourth and fifth step twice. I had the experience of like, I do it because I want to get to the next place and I don't want to have anything standing in my way from the next place. And I don't want to make a big deal about it. I mean, I have a big mouth. So like I had told somebody just about everything on my fourth step before I ever told my sponsor, and maybe that's why it wasn't some like epiphany thing, but like, I mean, I don't know, this is not me giving you fucking guidance shit, but just do it. Cause then you'll be like, I did it and it's over. It's done.
Like I want to get to the next step, and I'm just terrified that if I leave, I'm afraid that like if I don't do the work and then I leave here and I live on my own, I'm like, I feel like I know where I was before I got here and I never want to be there again. So I'm afraid. I think that when I was drinking, I was just like, everybody deserved anything that I did and I'm not sorry. And when I think about the stuff I did, I'm like, God, that was terrible. I don't want to think about that again. I like have a hard time maybe taking accountability for being such a jerk, you know?
Just do it. I can't excavate your action and force you to do anything, but you should just do it. It's going to be good. It's going to give you another piece of insurance when you leave. Just please, just do it. All right. Enough's enough.
That's where I'm at with that. That's where
your mom sent me this. Here, I might unplug, but I want to show you this thing.
Okay.
I'm sure you've seen it, but fuck. My earphones are in, so I'm like fucking. Excuse me. Charlotte's mother painted this thing. Did you know that?
I love that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
He looks like what's his face? Cool Keith, Fat Elvis, the old hip hop artist, Cool Keith. The Dopey head looks like him. Now, Charlotte, what are the worst things you've done in your recovery? Because we are not all saints. Like, what do you think you've been? Huh?
In my recovery?
Yeah.
Oh my
What's
gosh.
like what is a habit that you've held on to that you wish you hadn't held on to?
General toxicity. Like I was in this toxic relationship that was just like so bad, and I hacked into all of his social media and his phone to see who he was texting, which of course he was cheating on me, but like
Horrible.
And then I would yeah, and just continue to like monitor what he was doing and then call him and be like crazy about it. So I think, so that wasn't my proudest moment, but yeah, just I think general relationship toxicity is the bad habit that I brought into sobriety.
Well, these things are easy to fall into and they're easy to change. They're all easy to change. Now, we do a segment we like to call Behind the Dope, which is basically a Dopey story. And I know you have a million that you haven't told. So would you mind sharing one with us?
Yeah. So I wanted to share my no insurance to getting kicked off of Tinder to selling antibiotics pipeline with you.
Okay.
Okay. So, when I was active, I went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras with my friends, and it happened to be when like there was Mardi Gras and All-Star Weekend crossover, and like it was just so busy. We were there for 3 weeks. Everyone was drinking. It was super swampy, just like a super like alcohol induced like party, like hot, disgusting time. And while I was there, I was drinking a lot, not taking great care of myself, and I got a UTI. And I didn't have health insurance at the time, but we were near Tulane University, and I was told I was given good advice that Tinder is not necessarily great for dating, but it's great for like everything else. So I was like, okay, there's a medical school close by. I'm just going to get on Tinder and see if I can get some antibiotics. So
manipulate through your photography to get some vulnerable young med student to give you medicine.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have that manipulative. I just put on my profile, like unironically looking for antibiotics.
And I'm sure okay. So what happened?
Yeah. So the guys who couldn't give me antibiotics were like, you can't do that here, and like reported me. But within 30 minutes, someone who could prescribe antibiotics, some like resident somewhere, was like, what's your nearest Walgreens? And I got antibiotics. But I also got permanently banned off of Tinder. But then like it was so stressful for me to acquire that. Then I went home and like along with like my steroids and my little peptides and my tanning injections and all my closet full of like weird stuff.
Wait, hold up. The resident who actually wrote the script, did you date him?
Mm-hmm. No, I never met him. Like I never met him. I never had his phone number. Like literally only through Tinder was how we communicated, and he just got my name and information. And I don't even know if he was a resident or a nurse practitioner or like what his job was. He was just like, okay, I'll help you.
Because he knew you needed the help. Do you think it was just like him like following the Hippocratic Oath, basically?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. He knew that, yeah. Like, and the thing was, there was like a couple people who were offered the same thing. It was just whoever got me the antibiotics first.
And but he didn't win anything. All he did was like hook it up, and you got better. The UTI was resolved. You never spoke to him again.
Yeah, there was no negotiation. He was just like, I got you, and I was like, thanks.
Nice. So then Tinder.
Could you imagine him wanting to hook up with someone with a UTI anyway? Though it's like, and he's just assuming that that's what I had. Like I could have been like, if a girl needs antibiotics, she might not be the first choice to try and like.
I know, but Tinder is a dark place, and and people like have like, they're gross. You know what I mean? Like I think like if you're on Tinder and a woman needs antibiotics, I think most guys would be like, do you want to get some coffee after this clears up or something and get a drink? No?
After you're not infected with something.
Yeah, once the antibiotics kick in, why don't we get a drink or something?
Yeah. No, he wasn't. Not like that. Yeah. It didn't spark his interest.
So then what happened? Where were you going?
So yeah, it kind of like triggered my, I don't know. I just I just started like getting this need to, I manifested this weird like need to always have like a pharmacy of sorts of my own. So someone told me that should that ever happen, oh, you know what it was? It was somebody on Tinder was like, hey, like I'm not a doctor. But what a lot of preppers do, like doomsday preppers, is they buy fish antibiotics, which are the same as people antibiotics, and they keep them in case of emergencies.
Wait, hold on. Who prescribes antibiotics to fish, and what do fish need antibiotics for?
I don't know. Well,
fish antibiotics? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hold on. I said this was in the past, but I still have some just in case.
Oh my God. Yeah. They're antibiotics for goldfish? Let me see the cover of that bottle. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay, so explain.
Well, if it's good enough for the doomsday peppers, it's good enough for me.
And you got it before you got kicked off of Tinder?
No, I'm sure I got kicked off of Tinder then. And then after I went home to Texas, I was like, I never want to be unprepared again. Because, like, I didn't have insurance. None of my friends had insurance. So I just got, like, every brand of antibiotic that you could. And I kept them in my closet. I still have some around just in case, you know? And then I started selling them to my friends because my friends didn't have insurance either. So if my friends... I had a friend who, like, every time she had sex, she thought she had chlamydia. And she just, like, refused to use a condom. So she would... like all the time be like, hey, do you have any erythropoiesis? And I was like, yeah, I got you. And then I had a friend who had acne.
So she used antibiotics as birth control, kind of, in a weird sort of way.
Yeah, preventative. Yeah, she just was not going to use condoms. So she came to me. But I didn't let her know that they were fish antibiotics. Because they look like regular antibiotics.
I don't think that, Charlotte, I don't think that fish antibiotics are a thing. It doesn't make sense to me. Who buys antibiotics? I guess if your fish is like turning colors or your gills are bad, like what would make somebody get antibiotics for the fish? Can you read me the bottle?
Bacteria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. No, that makes sense.
This product is intended for exclusive use with ornamental fish and ornamental organisms. I mean, I'm not an ornamental organism.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm included under that umbrella. For those allergic to antibiotics, wear gloves when handling. But like, as the Doomsday Prepper told me, they look exactly the same because they're probably from the same place and for the same thing. So
amazing. And how did you wind up getting antibiotics from the Doomsday Prepper? If your Tinder hookup was gone, what connected you?
So I didn't get them from that guy. He told me that like you just buy them and from like pet supply companies.
Amazing.
So
I've been talking about this all day and it's going to be on the show tonight, but you know, we have this cat that sprays our bed all the time. So Linda like went to the vet and the vet prescribed the cat Xanax. Linda went to the fucking Rite Aid and they gave her a bottle of liquid Xanax like this. Like we have like 100 milligrams of liquid Xanax. Don't tell anyone in the sober house. I shouldn't even be talking about this. But yeah, it's like, isn't that crazy?
That's so crazy.
Isn't that weird?
It's
like
so likely that they can do that. But I mean, then again, I guess I'm taking fish antibiotics seems more unlikely, but yeah, it just seems like they shouldn't be giving out liquid Xanax.
Not for a cat, because then also the cat gets addicted. The cat will have seizures. If you miss a day, the cat will have a seizure. It's like crazy. It's a crazy.
Oh, yeah. And then what if the cat gets aggressive? Like I took Xanax a couple of times because I thought I did have anxiety. And then I took it 2 or 3 days in a row. And then the next day when I didn't take it, felt like I was having a panic attack. Like I thought I was going to die. Like that's how quickly it was for me. So I can't imagine with a cat, like what if he gets really aggressive and crazy when he doesn't have it?
The cat is already fucking totally crazy. I really like your fish antibiotic story. And I think my favorite thing about it is it's antibiotics for fish. I think that's great.
Fish and other ornamental creatures.
Ornamental organisms. And I think that's great. I think we'll leave it there. So we say stay strong. Oh, well, hold on. Before we go, let's thank Turnbridge. Thank Justin. Pretty incredible. And the Dopey Foundation is starting up this spring, which I expect you to be a big part of in our peer-to-peer lattice of support that you're going to be peer-peering with people. Okay?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right. Thanks, Charlotte. That was awesome. Is that fun for you?
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, cool. Howie, did you have a good time too?
Yes.
All right, great. We all had a good time then. Stay strong, Dopey Nation, and fucking Toodles for Chris.
Dopey, I'm face down on the floor. Dopey.